I think this might be the last one today. We'll see. On the dessert trail here, the next one is a brownie, a chocolate brownie cake. This recipe does call for oil. Oil does have a limited shelf life. You can use melted shortening and you should have very acceptable um, results. You could try applesauce. I have not tried that. You can get applesauce in number 10 cans at a place that would supply institutional type, an institutional supply company. So the first three things that you mix together in this brownie cake recipe are a cup of oil or a cup of melted shortening or a cup of melted butter, or you could try the applesauce, but it reads 1 cup of oil. Then 1 cup of milk, which could either be mixed up from powdered milk or half a cup of evaporated milk with a half a cup of water. 3 eggs, which can be reconstituted with water and eggs in your food storage, and a teaspoon of vanilla. So oil, eggs, 1 cup oil, 3 eggs, 1 cup milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. To that you will add 2 cups of sugar, a teaspoon of baking powder. You're going to go through sugar really fast. I hope you're going to store a lot of sugar because your crew is going to want some baked goods that will hold everybody's goodwill together. Let me back up to the sugar again. 2 cups of sugar, a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt. Sorry, my voice is bad today. 2 cups flour. And this says only 3 to 4 tablespoons of cocoa. Now I'm going to add here. If you want to throw in some chocolate chips, magnificent. If you want to throw in some butterscotch chips or some white chocolate chips or some chocolate chips with mint chips, go for it. It makes it nice. But that's all the ingredients for the cake. I'm going to go over it one more time. Cup of oil, 3 eggs, 1 cup milk, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 2 cups sugar, teaspoon baking powder, half a teaspoon salt, 2 cups flour, 3 to 4 tablespoons of cocoa. To that you can add some chocolate chips. I probably wouldn't go more than a cup for the cake. And this is meant to be baked in a I'm trying to think what the dimensions would be, about a 9 by 15, I think, pan, a cookie sheet type cake pan. And then the frosting that I have, it's been a very long time since I've made this, but this is a vanilla frosting, so you could really use any frosting you wanted to. But this calls for 1/3 cup of softened margarine, 1 pound or 4 cups powdered sugar, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk, and some vanilla, a little vanilla, probably a teaspoon of vanilla. So you can use any frosting on it you want. It says to spread the cake batter in a large cookie sheet with sides. Bake at 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes or until it's done. Everybody's oven is going to be a little bit different. Cool frosting cut into squares. 3 to 4 tablespoons of cocoa is a pretty frugal amount. You may decide you want more than that in it. And this recipe is not cheap as far as, you know, it does have eggs, oil, quite a lot, a bit of sugar in it. But the idea is it doesn't call for anything exotic that you couldn't have in your food storage. So that is, I think, the last thing I'm going to add in. Let me take a quick peek here. That's the last one I'm going to add on this particular video, not to make it too long. And we will go from there if I find more that I think are applicable. There are a few basic recipes I've had for years and years, and I may do a couple more of those. God bless. Have a great night. You will sleep better at night knowing that you have the ingredients in your house to make some of these things, because just knowing you can makes a huge difference. That's why I'm so into the baking thing. Just knowing when you lay your head down on your pillow, knowing that you could get up and make raised glazed donuts, you know, knowing that you could make chocolate brownies, chocolate cake, any of these other things that we've gone over, caramel corn, molasses cake, vanilla sauce for your molasses cake, molasses cookies, with just one additional ingredient added to your food storage. Everybody probably has zucchini bread recipes and things like that, but I may be adding a little of those in later, and a very easy cinnamon roll recipe that could be deep fried. So when I get the energy and ambition, I think I'm about petered out for the moment, but when I get the ambition, I may do those if I start getting videos, I have some videos that only have 15 or 20 hits. There are some that have 400 and 500. There's one that has 800 at the moment. But if I start putting up recipes that get 5 hits, I'll quit. Quit doing those and know that no, there's no call for them. But it gives me a great sense of peace of mind to know that in my basic food storage, I have enough items that I can make these things that would be very, I don't know if you're as addicted to food as I am, but they're very satisfying to me. It changes my attitude when I have some decent luxury food to eat. The pumpkin dessert or the molasses cake with a vanilla sauce. It's just unbelievable stuff. Awesome stuff. So God bless you to have decadent desserts when other things in your life might not be going as well. God bless. Bye. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good weekend.